if Minister Wike thinks say you get power, if you think say you sure of yourself, say you get power, that you are a great politician, the camp go APC. You no fit. You no fit triumph. The day where you triumph, where you go APC, now that day your power go cut by 80%. They are using you as agents to destabilize other party, major parties. That is why you think you are formidable. You are not laying any good foundation where people, where they come up, go say, I won't be like this. Because they see you as agent of destabilization. You they destabilize. You won't turn Nigeria to one party state. So you think, not only you, they enjoy yourself. Others are looking at you, say, oh my shell, oh my shell. That is the way they are looking at you. Rotimi Amaechi no stay for PDP. They destabilize the party. In come out. In go APC. In be man. If you're a man, do the same. Do the needful. Don't stay in PDP and stay half APC. They do like this. They do the. I don't fear you. I don't lose 2 sisters to cancer. My wife, they battle cancer now. And all of us now, heaven will go end up. Nobody fear you. If you are...
Yeah, and you know, he's a maximum ruler. Bullies people, just a bloody bully and a coward. Bullies people in the FCT, insults people anyhow, talk to people anyhow. Same weekend was talking in this interview that Bala Mohammed, he said that Bala Mohammed should never have been the chairman of PDP Governors Forum. That in PDP that they do it based on a rotation, north south. Okay, after Mimiko was a PDP Governors Forum chairman, the next chairman was Aisha, his friend. It is always the most senior person, the most senior governor, the most senior ranking governor that becomes the Governor Forum chairman. Do you understand? So when his friend Aisha took over after Mimiko, he did not see anything wrong in it. But now he sees something wrong in it. Same Wike is insulting the revered Professor Chidi Odekalu, who has been critical of him trying to compromise our judiciary, saying that Wike calls some people, he said they are Arise lawyers. Look at Wike, that has never worked anywhere in his... Let Wike bring his CV. Let Wike bring his CV. Let me bring my CV. Where has Wike ever went to 5 has he ever done in his life? Whose salary has he ever paid? Do you know how many people's salary we pay? We've been paying in the last couple of years, even before we joined the legal profession as traders. We are accountable people. We are tax-paying people. You know, so it does not make any sense whatsoever. Imagine Wike threatening a director in FCDA to resign. Just because of selfish interest. If he wants to do anything in your department and you don't agree, he will bully you. He will force you to resign, or he will make your directorate redundant. And the people are scared of him. They cannot speak. And this is why...
My brother, teachers dey Abuja, we no get house. Nurses dey Abuja, we no get house. Doctors dey Abuja, we no get house. They no build house for them. They no build quarters for teachers. They no build quarters for for doctors. Now judges, then they build house for. Judges where they just increase their salary by 300%. Judges where they just give them palliative worth about 30 billion. Now them, then they build house for. Now them, then they give jeep. My brother, make we no deceive ourselves. That one open bribe. That one inducement. Beggars they Abuja where they are homeless. You didn't build homeless estates where people where they homeless go they stay. But judges now them deserve houses and jeeps. That one bribery and corruption. And we know where this bribe they go. We know why these houses are important. Nigeria, we hail thee. May God forgive you all.
Come. You know say Wike, they build houses for judges in Abuja, right? Many people just dey react. He do one-on-one chat with journalists. Now journalists call us and say, why you dey build houses for judges?
Well, the Minister of the FCT has been defending the gift of houses and estate to members of the judiciary, especially judges here in the nation's capital. Mr. Wike today was speaking to journalists on the media chat earlier, which ended a few minutes ago. This is how he described the reasons for the Tinubu government and the FCT administration under him of providing houses when he was asked about what the perception of gifting judges such houses could mean for judgments coming from the stable of the judges. This is how Mr. Wike defended it.
You know what the Wike talk? Wike talk say, Mr. President approved it. That is the first reason. 2, that it was sent to National Assembly as part of 2024 budget for approval. That there should be construction of houses for judges. He talk say how judges go to stay for rented apartments. Possibility of these judges living among criminals. Hear am for yourself.
It was approved by Mr. President, sent to the National Assembly in 2024 budget that there should be construction of judges and justices' quarters. That they must move judges from where they are renting houses. They don't even know where they are living. Where they are living among criminals. When they renting houses where the landlord will say, look, you have not paid. Leave. It's embarrassing. A policy anybody should commend Mr. President.
Our great son talk say, this thing is no good. Wetin our son talk, that is Chief Falana. He talk say there is no provisions for this type of behavior under the constitution. He talk say even though say they won't build house for judges, you won't buy the cars, it no be executive arm of the government go do am. Say they get head of what judiciary to avoid the executive corrupting the judiciary. He talk say this week where they build houses for these judges, he get cases in court with people wey be say all these judges now they go decide the matter. He said you cannot provide houses while these cases are all resolved. When me and you the gbos, you can go build house for the village head where go decide the matter. Our Oga Falana say that one no good. He said because justice must not only be done, but justice must be seen. Even though say at the end of the day you win the case, make people know say you really win out truly. Make they see. Apart from say you get your justice, make they see say it was actually pure justice. Okay? It also say the executive arm of the government, that is the politicians, they should stop embarrassing the judges. See that Wike cannot give houses to judges while having case before these courts. Again, if there is a need for housing for judges, the judiciary's budget can be increased accordingly. If judge want houses, they want cars, they go talk say we need them more. They will call right. Then National Assembly will come check am. If they see say it's true, they go approve am. They go build am by themselves. No be say na Wike go build am, or give to them as gift. Okay? See wetin our son dey talk.
There's no provision for it under the current democratic dispensation. You know, there are 3 arms of government: the judiciary, the executive, and the legislature. Each of them today enjoys financial autonomy. The National Assembly and all the state houses of assembly later amended the relevant provisions of the Constitution to the effect that Section 83, the funds of the judiciary every year at the federal level shall be passed to the NJC. For the states, the budget of the judiciary, the money will be given to the heads of court. So if you want to buy cars, if you want to build houses, they are to be carried out through the budget of the judiciary. You know, yes, I just listened to the minister. He didn't answer the question, which is to the fact that can you give houses to judges before whom you have cases? Because justice must not only be done, but must be seen to have been done. And the people in the executive must stop embarrassing the judiciary. It's like the governor of Kaduna State, or Zamfara State, or Cross Rivers, or Lagos, coming to give judges, federal judges, houses in Abuja. No. The minister of the Federal Capital Territory operates like a state governor by virtue of Section 299 of the Constitution. So he cannot say, I'm going to build 40 houses. 10 shall go to the federal court, 10 shall go to judges in the FCTI court, and 10 shall go to the Court of Appeal and Supreme. No, no, because you are a minister of the federal government, like a state governor. So your budget is limited to all the affairs of the FCT, Federal Capital Territory. So you cannot, as the head of the FCT, be dishing out gifts, cars, and houses to judges in the Federal High Court, in the Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court. That's number one. Number two, you have cases before these courts on the theory of equality before the law. You cannot be seen to be giving cars or houses to judges who are going to determine your cases. And that is why the autonomy of the judiciary has now been constitutionalized. I do recall that last year, in 2024, what was initially budgeted for the judiciary was 160 billion. But when the National Assembly was convinced that you will need houses for judges, you will need cars for judges, and so on and so forth, the budget was increased to 345 billion naira. So our judges have no business, cap in hand, going to the executive to buy cars and houses for them. So we must now try to operate under the law. The Constitution did not expect that the minister of the Federal Capital Territory, like a governor of either Kogi or Ondo or Cross River State, we say we are giving cars, we are giving houses to judges in the federal public service. No, no.
Does it? There are
the Constitution
rules,
is saying
there are rules guiding the operation and the activities of the judges.
Of course.
That is the rules of professional conduct for
of
judges.
Course.
Is it a breach of
for sure,
for them to collect?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
So the judges are in breach of that.
You know, that is why this matter will have to be properly scrutinized and resolved in the interest of in line with the provisions of the Constitution. Judges need houses, of course. Judges need cars, of course. They need security, of course. But that will have to be provided.
So, by the
NJC in line with its own budget.
I can't remember now. I say, I heard Aisha, Yesufu, they talk this matter last time. Oh, they react to one professor, Professor Chidi or the Kalu. This man wrote something. Go to Premium's Time. You go see and read. Part of the title now be Yesumanized Court. That is Wike, Yesumanized Court. Go and read it. The way where Aisha read them, because Aisha read what this man wrote. Listen to part of it where Aisha read.
Starting this particular article, he said, a judge shall avoid developing excessively close relationship with frequent litigants, such as government ministers or their officials, municipal officials, police prosecutors in any court where the judge often sits, if such relationship could reasonably create an appearance of partiality. And this is from the Rule 2.8, Revised Code of Conduct for Judicial Officials in Nigeria, 2016. But today what we have is that our judges are always fraternizing with these politicians, to the extent that politicians are even we boldly and publicly say that they have controls over them. But going through the article, let me start. It says Sylvanus Nsofo was a little known justice of the Court of Appeal when he breathed oxygen into Muhammadu Buhari's political aspirations with his dissent in the presidential election petition in 2007. 8 years earlier, he had launched a unique career in Nigeria's political litigation history. The case arose from the election into the office of chairman of the Obio Akpo local government area in Rivers State in Nigeria's Niger Delta on 12 December 1998. Cyprian Tasi Wike was the candidate of the All People's Party, APP. Cyprian Chukwu flew the flag of the Alliance for Democracy. After screening as aspirants on November 24, 1998, the People's Democratic Party settled on Ezongo Yeson Wike as his candidate. At the time, local elections were conducted by the Independent National Electoral Commission, and the PDP initially submitted Yeson Wike's name as their candidate. However, sometime before election day, the party substituted his name with Samuel Rogers, Ichionwo. When it announced the results, INEC declared the candidate of the PDP as the winner with 40,370 votes, beating the candidate of AD into second place with 11,441 votes. Yeson Wike sued, claiming that INEC had announced Ichionwo as winner when he was not lawfully sponsored by any party in the contest. The Election Petition Tribunal struck out the petition, holding that it lacked jurisdiction to resolve the issue as to who was sponsored by PDP. Yeson Wike appealed. In his judgment, on behalf of a 3-person panel of the Court of Appeal on 6 March 1999, Sylvanus Nsofo nullified the result announced by the INEC and ordered a rerun of the election with Yeson Wike as the candidate of the PDP. Wike duly won the rerun to emerge as the chairman of the Obio Akpo local government area. Since then, Yesufu Wike's political trajectory has been attended by what appears to be an unusual coincidence of mutually beneficial intercourse with the judiciary. In 2008, he became chief of staff to the governor of Rivers State, whose emergence rested on a somewhat improbable piece of judicial machination. After a stint as Minister of State for Education, Wike emerged in 2015 as a candidate of the PDP for the governorship of Rivers State. Following the election on 11th to 12th April 2015, the INEC declared him as the winner, ahead of the Akuku Peterside of the All Progressive Congress (APC). Peterside petitioned challenging the result declared by INEC. The tribunal granted his petition and initially set aside the result. The Court of Appeal agreed with the trial tribunal. On 12th February 2016, the Supreme Court set aside the judgment of the Court of Appeal on a special technicality and restored Yesufu Wike as duly elected. The author of the Supreme Court judgment was, guess who? Kudirat Kekere Eku, your current Chief Justice of Nigeria. In the past week, she and Yesufu Wike resumed mutual acquaintance. In the intervening 9 years, Kekere Eku has risen to become Chief Justice of Nigeria, while Wike emerged in August 2023 as Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. The venue was the flag off of the construction by the Minister of 40 units of judicial housing in Abuja. This was the latest chapter in Wike's durable track record as Nigeria's most prolific judicial benefactor. As governor of Rivers State, he gave 41 Range Rover Sports Utility SUVs to judges in the state. Customary court judges were not left out. He gave them 29 Renault SUVs while complaining about the unfortunate unwillingness of the judiciary in Nigeria to seek its true independence to discharge their functions. The irony was lost on him. In 2020, Wike donated 24 luxury duplexes to judges in Rivers State and reportedly handed out $300,000 in cash to judges who preferred to build their own houses. It was presumably tax-free. Then, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Tanko Mohammed, slavishly applauded his generosity, saying the gift spoke of the love the Rivers State governor has for the judiciary. Rub my back, I rub your back. The love was fully requited, given back. The previous year, in January 2019, the judiciary had made Wike's re-election an electoral non-event when it disqualified the opposition APC from fielding any candidate against him. Neutral observers did not need to wonder whether all the investment in the judiciary was without mutual benefit. Before leaving office as governor in 2023, Wike launched yet another construction of quarters for judges in Rivers State, this time on a site where his administration recently demolished flats initially belonging to Bayelsa State. The gubernatorial generosity to the judiciary went beyond the state level. Former presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore reported that as governor, Yesufu Wike awarded a contract to former president of the Court of Appeal, Zainab Bukatuwa, while she was still president of the Court of Appeal, to build the Court of Appeal in Port Harcourt, the capital of Rivers State. In return, he said, anything Wike wanted was granted before he asked. Neither Wike nor Bukatuwa has thought it fit to issue a denial. We are waiting for a denial. Now, as Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike's political generosity has become fully federalized under the judicial benediction of yet another CJN. At the launch of the 40 new units of judicial housing in Abuja this past week, the minister had both the CJN and the PCA, that's the Chief Justice of Nigeria and the President of Court of Appeal, in attendance, presumably keen to impress such high judicial presence. Wike serenaded them with testimony as to how he summarily revoked the land previously allocated to construction conglomerate Julius Berger to make it available for building suitable judicial digs. The high judicial figures present looked nothing if not impressed, but the minister was only getting started. He said that it was important to build houses for judges so they will not be susceptible to temptations from unscrupulous politicians. Wike, tell us something.
I don't want to play everything. If you want to see everything where she talk, go to our channel, you go see her. What do you think? Drop your comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you. I go by the name Black Mamba. Don't forget, I thank God for my subscribers, my phone, and my sub. If you like, if you comment, if you subscribe, I'll keep thanking God for you. I love you all.